description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The quarterback.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be quick.
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
We're following the touchdown now. It's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bears 7.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
On the play, and the Bears first down.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it's
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Conversion is no good.
Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, they felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
For Greg Ward Jr. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?